Yo guys, welcome to a new YouTube video. Today it's going to be our first day, I guess, getting into the swing of losing weight. Losing weight is a very big process, and I'd be lying to you if I said it was easy to just get into the routine of doing cardio, eating more frequent meals, and well, yeah, just cardio and frequent meals. That's really the secret to losing weight, honestly. So, what I'm doing right now is it's what, 8:00 or 9:05? Oh, I didn't change my clock yet. I forgot it went forward. It's 9:05 right now. I'm heading out to do cardio, and I have been incredibly resistant on doing cardio for several weeks leading up to today. And I decided this morning, when I woke up, the first thing I thought to do, cardio. And I felt pretty good when I woke up, so that helped a bit too. Used Gorilla Dream before I went to bed and woke up feeling pretty good. Successfully used it in 3 days to reset my sleep schedule from waking up, here's the other issue, from waking up at like 1 o'clock to now waking up at 8. Literally just using it for 2 or 3 nights. I think it was 2 nights because this is the 3rd day. So using it for 2 nights to pull my tiredness back more. I was able to fall asleep pretty early tonight at around 12. So that's not bad. 12 to 8. Well, 12 to 8. That's not bad. 8 hours, I'll take it. Point is here, woke up early today to force myself to go do cardio. I made sure I woke up extra early today just to get cardio in, because the big point here, and this is what I'm trying to say, is I have not been doing my cardio after my workouts. And I realize one thing from prep is that doing cardio in the morning, first thing fasted, has always worked for me. It gets it out of the way. It makes me feel good. After I'm done, I am more focused. I want to do more in the day when I do cardio in the morning. It's strange. And I get to have caffeine earlier. I try not to have caffeine as soon as I wake up unless I'm doing cardio. So that's what we're about to go do. But yeah, pretty much this video is to all my homies and sisters out there that have a hard time kind of switching gears from winter to summer. Right now is when you need to be switching gears. Now, not everyone has the same goals. Some people are on a long-term muscle growth progress. And for those of you that, are under 3 years lifting in the gym, I would not be cutting in the summer. And those of you that are coming down like a very, very long fat loss, for those of you dropping a lot of body fat over the course of years, this may not apply. But if you are somewhere in the range of like an intermediate lifter and you're not overweight and you're not really, really skinny, this is the time to start kicking into summer gear. You need to make this shit happen, and it starts right now. It comes up quicker than you think, and we're less than 3 months away from like midsummer. So I think that's right. Wait, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, I'd say 3 months into June. So we're 3 months away from June pretty much. And we're 3 months away from June, and it's going to come up quicker than you really think. That's what we're doing today, and I kind of want to talk about through this video is the small, subtle things you can start to do to get yourself moving again. And it's not easy. I really, really didn't want to do this morning. There was many things in my head telling me not to, but we're just going to fucking do it. And even now, me recording before going is kind of making it worse, because now I really don't want to go, because I'm like already spending time recording. But here's the thing, like, I'm gonna go do it anyways. And this video is pretty much gonna be about the things you can be doing to kind of shift into that summer mindset. So this is one of those things, flowers are already starting to bloom, so do you. So let's go. so another big habit I'm gonna have to get used to again is tracking my food so that I efficiently space out meals throughout the day. So I get this all the time with my clients of how annoying it may be to track your food and weigh your food out, and like it's all these extra steps, and it's like I just want to reach into my cabinet and grab my food. Now I have a couple solutions for you. One is, it's not that fucking hard. I'm literally going to show you how I make my oats that literally it might take an additional 2 seconds on a couple of the steps to make my oats while I weigh them. Now, this is just me weighing food for years and just getting all like the quick habits established, but it's really not that difficult. And aside from that, of what I'm going to show you, just cook up a bunch of rice, a bunch of chicken, a bunch of beef, you know, like, I don't know, like a container full of this, you know, make like literally a massive pot of rice, and then like 2 like, you know, 12 cup size containers, I don't know how to measure containers, full of like, you know, chicken and beef, and then literally all you have to do is put whatever you're eating off of on the scale, put on your rice, look at it, reset it, put on your chicken or beef, reset it. Like, that's it. Like, that's all you have to do to weigh out your food. But here, I'm going to show you how I make my oats. I know that sounds like super like, fuck you, do your shit. But honestly, like, do it. Like, just get over it. Hi, Coco. Up. Coco, up. You should see her right now. She's like retarded. Hey, you so stupid. Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, you're so dumb. Just kidding, you're so cute. Alright, anyways. Throw on whatever you're going to eat your freaking oats out of and zero out your scale. Grab your oats. Today I'm using gluten-free, whole, organic, fresh, rolled oats. You know, these are just very easy, digestible, good oats. You know, they're a little more expensive, but they're easier on the digestive system, and I find them very easy to eat. Literally pour out, so I'm doing 80 grams, 70. That should be 80. 79 grams. So literally already, it's just that simple. I literally did nothing extra except press a button once. Literally, come over here, dump in some purified water, because we do not drink tap water, especially what's been going on with all like the things in the world right now. You know, I would not be trusting our tap water that much. And Philadelphia recently just got a, I know this is like totally unrelated to fitness, but Philadelphia had a emergency report sent in on everyone's phones that they should buy gallon water jugs this week, because by next week their water supply may be contaminated. Very simply, I throw this into the microwave for 2 minutes. Yeah, and my workout. So the last step to this, again, super easy. And those of you that complain about, like, you know, weighing your food, literally there's no extra, there's one little tiny extra step. So I'm going to put this here. To make this even easier, all I'm going to do is put the peanut butter on the scale, zero it out, and then literally scoop out 32 grams, that's 31. So basically, I have an eye for it, but still I weigh it just to be safe. And for the honey, this is even easier. So again, you put everything on the scale with the spoon, the peanut butter, the oats, all of it. There is literally no hassle here, and you just drizzle on your honey until you have as much as you want. I'm going for 15 grams, and 15, just like that. Well, 16. So this is simply my no-hassle oats. Sometimes I will put protein powder in here just to make it easier, but I've been getting kind of bored of that, so I kind of just like the taste of the peanut butter and honey, and then I just make a protein shake instead. That's my easy, hassle-free oats. And I'm going to say this first, like, yeah, this food, and okay, so let me say this also. I'm a big advocate for delicious tasting food and just really good, you know, delicious food. I'll say that twice to emphasize it. But at the same time, like, if you're trying to get into shape, yeah, you can make the food taste better. Like, plain oats compared to oats with a little honey and peanut butter, much better. Now, does it taste as good as, like, oats with, like, you know, brown sugar, honey, peanut butter, but, like, a lot of it, you know, not as much. But the point is here, I think I've mentioned this before, lower our baseline of what foods taste like. So if all the foods you eat are like not like incredibly good tasting, doesn't mean they're bad, but it's not like they're loaded up with sugars, loaded up with fats, like loaded up with all this like good tasting stuff. If your foods aren't consistently at that level, if you lower the baseline food overall, food is generally going to taste just as good if it was at that higher baseline. The important thing here is that you set your baseline somewhere. And now occasionally you can have a meal that tastes very, very good, you know, higher in carbs and just overall sweeter. Now I would save that for a pre-workout meal, but goal here is if you set your baseline baseline food palatability or baseline food taste a bit lower than average, you'll be more adherent to your diet. Because what happens when you have a high expectation for food, you're less inclined to eat it. So if you lower your expectations, your taste buds also acclimate to that expectation. But say you're on a consistent diet, you know, you're eating well, and then you have like, and this is why when I say like, when you're in a proper deficit, it works for some people, not for others. What am I trying to say here? If you lower your baseline expectation for food, it's easier to adhere to a diet that's like not as tasty. So like, all I'm trying to say is this bit of oats here, normally if I was eating like for breakfast like pancakes and bacon and like, you know, like really with a bunch of syrup and like tasty stuff, and again, like you can make like French toast pretty much with egg whites and blueberries, and it turned out pretty damn good. And it tastes really good, and you can use low-calorie maple syrup. That's like, that works. I have some in my cabinet as well. So you can switch things up a bit. And like if you really feel like, because I'm gonna be honest, that French toast saved me for a very long time during a cut. But then I eventually switched over to oats because it was easier to digest. But if you're like loading yourself up with all these like high-calorie, sugary, sweet, fat, you know, foods, you're going to be less inclined to eat something like this, or honestly like eat something like the blueberry French toast that I would make, where it tastes good, but compared to real French toast with Texas toast made with butter, whole eggs, you know, milk, like sugar, brown sugar, you know, like powdered sugar, like that French toast compared to like a restaurant French toast, you know, it's not going to compare well. But if you constantly eat the other French toast, you know, your baseline and expectation for what French toast should taste like changes a bit. And then literally, it's almost like you're eating the restaurant French toast. Just don't eat the restaurant French toast, because if you do, then you're going to realize you don't like your French toast as much. So let me put it like this. You may think the grass is greener, but when it comes to a cut, just be happy with what you have and enjoy it. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy these oats, and I'm going to, actually I have to make 2 whole eggs as well, so I'm going to crack those, sizzle those up, and then scarf that down, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. I think I have some client work I have to catch up on, and not going to lie, I want to log into WoW and do a couple dailies while I have some time, and take a shower. So I will reconvene with you guys in a little bit, but this was my first meal. And it's not that hard to weigh your food. Just get a freaking food scale. Come on. How many weeks is it now?
I think 2. No, yeah. 3.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Well, you're shaping up really, really well. And I'll be there for the show. What?
Are you filming? filming me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 3 weeks out.
Yeah. I'll be there for the show.
You better be.
I'll be the support. Yeah, I'm actually getting one cut tomorrow because my barber's Ryan's is closed today, man.
That's stupid.
Weird as fuck. Closed on a Monday.
Right, don't drink the water because you're close to Philly.
Yeah, you heard about that too?
Yeah.
What the hell? I told you it was gonna happen. I told you. You remember that weeks ago? I was telling you I was freaking out about it. Yeah, it's happening.
It's happening.
Actually, I gotta go talk to James because he made fun of me. He said,
you better go flame him.
yeah, I'm gonna go flame him. I'm about to make my second meal. This is probably just going to be... I've been like rotating different things with chicken. I've been doing crock pot chicken. You know, on the pan chicken, fry that up. That's been pretty frequent recently. Mostly it's just... Oh, what am I... Why is it every time I talk, my neighbor's dog starts going off? Well, I've been doing a lot of crock pot chicken, but I'm kind of getting tired of that. I like to rotate different ways of cooking it to make it a little more interesting. I was big on the air fryer for a while, kind of fell off that for a little bit. I may actually make a chicken breast in the air fryer right now just for time's sake. But yeah, this next meal is pretty much going to be chicken and vegetables. I'm not going to have any carbs for this meal. I'm waiting to consume my carbs as a pre-workout. I had some carbs this morning. I don't need it for the meal right now. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you dig the shirt or the fit today, you know, dad hat, whatever it may be, you can check out rise.com. They have a bunch of different clothing, shorts, joggers, hoodies, you name it on there. Really cool stuff, nice fits. I would say they run a little smaller. I'm wearing an XL t-shirt, large joggers. The shirts definitely run a little smaller, so if you're a broad, bigger guy, I would definitely go a size up than what you're used to. But definitely check them out. Code Qwin, link in the bio. My chicken recipe, it's pretty simple. I have like four or five main seasonings that I like to throw on. And just because you're in a deficit and you're trying to lose weight does not mean you need to eat like literally bland, unseasoned food. Now, yeah, like the last week or so of like a prep, maybe you're going to start to want to, not maybe, you're going to start to want to observe sodium intake, water intake, and probably pull out a bunch of seasonings just to make sure there are no inconsistencies, but, and everything is accounted for, but we're not on prep, we're just trying to lose some weight, so you can season your food. So I already went ahead and put some Creole on there. So it's pretty much just a spicy onion, garlic, black pepper like mixture. And then I put a bit of Himalayan pink salt in there as well. I'm trying not to touch the chicken with my yeah. So Himalayan pink salt I threw on there. I'm gonna put a little bit of black pepper right now. And there is like one chicken breast underneath. So I'm going to have to like mix this with my hand a bit to distribute all the seasonings. I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder in there. Not a ton. I'm not a big onion fan, but a little does add some flavor. And some garlic powder. Focus for me, baby. There we go. Garlic powder, another big seasoning. I'm going to put a little more. And then obviously, you know, that doesn't look too great when it's just caked up like that, but you take the chicken breast and kind of mix it around a little bit. And then what I like to do at the very end, especially, I'm going to air fry one of these, but I also have kind of like a different recipe for when you're not in a rush to cook the chicken. For this, I want to cook one immediately, so I'm going to spray one of these breasts. Maybe this one looks pretty good. One of these breasts with some olive oil on both sides, throw it into the air fryer, fry it for 350 for like 30 minutes. Maybe like, yeah, 350, 30 minutes should be enough for one breast. But the rest of these, I got a little special thing I'm going to do. The rest of the chicken, I'm going to use some pickle juice. So why am I using pickle juice? Well, pretty much, one, it gives it a unique flavor to it without adding like any calories to it. Like if you can eat pickles when you're prepped pretty much, and aside from the sodium intake, if you're accounting for the sodium intake, it's not going to affect your body composition much, but there's just no calories in pickles or pickle juice, or there's very, very small amounts of calories. So aside from the flavor, it also helps break up the proteins. The sodium helps tenderize the protein. That's why you'll usually put, like, I forget what it's called, but you'll throw salt on a steak or on chicken, and you'll let it sit on the steak or chicken for an hour or so before you cook it, and it's a more tender, juicier steak or chicken. Same thing applies with pickle juice, where if you put chicken in pickle juice for like 2 hours, something like that, before you cook it, it comes out a lot better. So with those spices and a little bit of pickle juice, this chicken is going to taste delicious. I already put one of the breasts in the air fryer at 350 for 30 minutes, and I'm going to let that cook, and I'm going to have that in the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to go on the computer, do a little bit of client work, you know, wait for this to cook while I'm not too hungry right now. Trying to stay on top of my meals as best as I can. And again, I understand for some of you, if you have a hard time meal prepping, you know, you can't always cook at home at the convenience of working from home, but that doesn't mean you can't plan out 1 or 2 times a week to cook big portions. What I'm going to do with this chicken is going to cover me in protein for the next 2 to 3 days. That's pretty important. If you can cook once a week, sorry, not once a week, 2 times a week, every week, that should be able to cover you for the majority of the week. And then, hey, you know, maybe you can go get a Chipotle bowl with, you know, extra protein, a bit of rice, you know, treat yourself to some guacamole if it fits your budget, you know, well, macros. There's only one solution, but you can make a million excuses, so the excuses are always easier to make. So I'm going to go take care of some client work, get some shit done while this cooks, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. So this is the next meal. I have about 200 grams chicken right here, and then just like 140 something grams, 125 grams of green beans. I'm just going to throw some hot sauce on this and scarf this down because I'm pretty hungry. So this will be pretty easy. And I literally just made like 16 cups of rice that I'm going to portion into these 2 containers here so I can eat over the next course of this week. And that is on meal prep. The hardest part about meal prepping is, like, obviously cooking protein, like steak, ground beef, chicken. But dude, rice, like, literally you can make nearly a week's worth of rice in like 20-30 minutes. You can literally just throw the pot on for 10 minutes, get it bubbling, come back in 10 minutes, wash out your rice, throw the rice in the pot that's bubbling, put it on simmer, cover it, and literally not touch it for like 20 minutes while it cooks, and you can just do laundry, go take a shower like what I did, you know, do other shit while your rice cooks. Protein, it's a little more annoying, but it's really not that bad. You're just complaining. So for today's pre-workout, Gorilla Mind is actually dropping this high stim pre-workout. It is a James English collaboration. Never had a strawberry pre-workout before, so curious to see how it tastes, but also I'm really curious to see how it makes me feel. I also threw in a little bit of glycerol. This is their liquid formula. I just did 1 cap of this to get a little bit more of a pump. I'll probably, no, you know, because I want to taste the flavor here. I'm not going to put any nitric in this mixture. Maybe I'll just take some later on, but going to give this a try, see how I like it. I'm very curious to see what their high stim pre-workout formula feels like. Oh my god. I've had a lot of high stim pre-workout, so this may feel a little nostalgic. I've definitely pulled back from a lot of stimulants now because you know, it's fun to like be cracked out, but like it's not necessary all the time, and that's literally all I took was like crazy pre-workout for like several years. So I don't know, you know, I just kind of got over that and just wanted to like get a little caffeine, get a little creatine, you know, get some products that give me a better pump and actually help me like perform better in the gym, opposed to like obviously having a lot of stimulants help you perform better, but there's other components to a good pre-workout besides just high stim that will give you a good workout and enhance your ability to grow muscle and perform better. So that's why I like using glycerol. I like using nitric. because they help me retain a lot more muscle, or sorry, a lot more water in my muscle, which improves endurance. And long term, if you're able to train harder and more intensely, you're going to grow more muscle. So nitric products and glycerol and things that and creatine that help you retain water in the muscle is very, very important for long-term growth, short-term growth, growth in general, performance, all of that. Where stimulants, they're great, but you know, I kind of just outgrew the overstim stuff. But I'm still excited to try this, because this could definitely be like a pre-workout formula, or sorry, a PR formula or something, when I would just I want to have a fucking insane workout, you know. If I like this, it'll definitely be a go-to. The mix is nice though. Okay, so pre-workout meal is coming up here. This is going to be 280 grams of jasmine rice, and then I'm going to be taking 28 grams of honey, and I'm going to have a tablespoon of peanut butter as well. Normally I have all natural peanut butter without seed oils and shit, but I feel guilty eating it. But I bought 2 jars of these because me and Jake are splitting it, and I just ran out of my natural peanut butter, so I literally have 2 jars of them, and I have to eat it. So I'm destroying my cell walls, I know. But it's going to be jasmine rice, peanut butter, honey, and I'm going to make a protein shake because I don't feel like eating more chicken. I'm out of cream of rice, so I have to go, actually I have to go grocery shopping today as well. So I'll probably pick up more peanut butter, more cream of rice, and just a couple of little things while I'm there. But yeah, so pre-workout meal, 280 grams of rice, 32 grams peanut butter, probably 20 grams honey. Actually, maybe 32 grams honey. Maybe I'll go hard today because it's a leg day. And then I'll take a protein shake, and that'll be my meal 3, pre-workout meal, and then we go train. You're such a good girl. Yeah, cuckoo, yeah. She's like, she gets all excited. Oh, you want to go play with your toy? Just have to drink, actually, forgot to drink a protein shake. Fuck, it's like funny getting back on like 5 consistent meals a day, because at the beginning of it, I'm not hungry for it. Like, I don't want to drink a protein shake right now. I'm not hungry. But I know in like the next 2 weeks of doing this, eating the same amount of food, my appetite is going to start to shift, where I'm going to be craving every single meal, and I'll probably stop drinking protein shakes because I want more volume. Weird how the body works, but the more frequent meals you eat, the more your metabolism raises, the hungrier you get, the more calories you burn. Crazy. Sup, dudes? I wonder if I can put the... I think this works. I have it on my steering wheel. Hopefully the view isn't weird. But I'm sitting outside of Rock Bottom right now, right next to Wolf. I'm gonna go train the Old Island Gym. Gonna go hit some legs, man. I got leg curls, leg extensions. What is it? Smith machine. I could even do barbell if I want, but I think I'm gonna do Smith machine, squats. What is it? Hack squats, and fuck, I can't remember. What is it? So it's hamstring curls, leg extensions, squats, barbell, or machine. I've been preferring machine, but I might do barbell today just because it's been a while. I felt like there was a spider on my leg, but okay. Yeah, so squats, barbell, or machine, leg press, or walking lunges, hack squats, and then stiff leg deadlifts. This shit gonna suck. I need to grow my hamstrings. Apparently, that is my weak point. On my legs is my hamstrings now. For the longest time, it was my quads, but I guess the past 2 years of hammering my quads has made them a strong point, and it's made my hamstrings more apparently weaker. So that's the goal for today, is just hammer out my hamstrings. I'm going to give you a first sip impression of this strawberry jam high stim pre-workout. Always taste the lid first. Wow, I could even, hold on. You know, it tastes just like a high stim pre-workout. It tastes like a strawberry high stim pre-workout, but it gives me feelings of like old Jack 3D, old ESP. You could just taste the chemicals in it, you know. But rightfully so, a high stim pre-workout is going to taste like that. I will say it doesn't taste bad, you know. It doesn't taste gross. And honestly, the strawberry flavor is done very well. Because a lot of the times with high stim pre-workouts, you always taste that chemical taste. And they try to like overload it with like sour and this and all these extra flavors to hide the chemical flavor, when honestly it just makes it worse. So it's a very subtle strawberry, and honestly it's like a strawberry jam. It does taste like a strawberry jam, and it's very subtle, it's very soft, it's not like pungent or gross or, you know, super sweet. I prefer this. I think it's pretty good. And as far as a high stim pre-workout, it tastes like a high stim pre-workout, you know, like it is what it is, but it tastes pretty, you know, it tastes good for a high stim pre-workout. So I approve. Wow, actually the second taste, you don't taste the chemicals as much. I guess because you get used to it. Yeah, this ain't bad, you know, this is pretty good. I won't use it all the time just because of how much stimulants are in it, but for leg days or days I want a PR or something, you know, like, absolutely. So I'm gonna sip on this and maybe go say hi to James or something and go hit my leg day.
Didn't
post-workout meal is going to be not all of this rice, but about 240 grams of jasmine rice. The rest of the veggies here that I made earlier today, heat them back up. And I have some chicken in the air fryer. I set it on 350 for 28 minutes because the chicken on 350 for 30 minutes was a little drier, so we're gonna see how this comes out. And I also have 2 breasts in the oven in there cooking, so I can eat tomorrow throughout the day. And I'll probably have, what? Actually, let me see. Fuck, I was supposed to go food shopping. I have one more meal that I'll probably eat. I mean, it's 9 o'clock right now. I should have eaten this meal like about an hour, hour and a half ago. But I was a little delayed. But I should get my last meal in before 11, hopefully. And then that'll give me enough time to digest and fall asleep by like 12. Say hi, Haley.
Hi, I'm doing my makeup.
This is the chicken that we marinated in the pickle juice and the other seasonings. And you can tell it actually looks different than the other chicken I air fried earlier. So I think that has to do with the pickle juice. But I'm gonna try it and see how it turned out. It feels like it's pretty tender. I mean, I've made chicken marinated in pickle juice before, but I've also like fucked it up a couple of times and like overdone it a bit. But this still looks like a pretty damn good meal, right? Like, you know, we got the veggies and the rice underneath and the chicken just chilling there, big ass breast. It should be easier to cut up this way too. What did you just tell? Ah, big ass breast. Throw it on with some hot sauce. Because honestly, like, the pickle flavoring with a bit of hot sauce is just like prime as, like, it just mixes so well. And it gives me like Chick-fil-A, like crispy chicken vibes. Spicy crispy chicken. Not gonna lie, I'm watching a fucked up TikTok. Not gonna lie, bros. I did good. This chicken, tender, moist, fucking thick as fuck too. This shit tastes good. And the pickle, it's like, it's not overpoweringly pickle juice, but it's just enough to like, it literally, it's got that Chick-fil-A vibe. I fuck with it. Pat myself on the back. That's all I'm really doing right now. But look at that shit. I'm telling you. And I'm going to be wrapping up the night with Gorilla Mind's whey protein. This is the chocolate peanut butter flavor. Highly recommend it. It's fucking bomb. Both their chocolate flavors are pretty good. So that's pretty much my full day of eating and how frequent I'm eating meals and about the portion sizes for everything. I think it's actually kind of funny. This is probably one of the first videos that I did a full day of eating and didn't like miss breakfast or like miss my last meal or like just have like like not it be. I know that's terrible to say. I've had other videos of full days of eating and not missing it, but it's been a while since I've been pretty much on point. But Roxy, what are you doing? That's all I got for you guys. I really appreciate all the support, and remember to like and comment on the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.